walking trails in our neighborhood. Everybody driving by, going to work, going to lunch, coming home from work. They're probably like, who are these Negroes? Like, I've never seen them leave and go to work. I've never seen them, because our business, in our home, we're able to, when we first got married, he said to me, I said, what do you want? He says, I want, and this is before we even thought of branching out into corporate America. He says, I want to put my kids on the bus, and I want to be there when they get off the bus. And that stuck with me from day one. That's what he said. I want to be there to put them on. I want to be there to get them off. And what are we doing today? Are we there to put them on? And we're there to take them off, right? And so just speaking those things into your life, like the things that you think you want to do, you're able to do them. You just really have to believe.
The other part I say is small circles. Small circles with small thinkers. That's all I was surrounded by coming up. Like, I remember being young and did something and we got $800 from it. And everybody in my circle thought that was a lot of money. Dang, bro, you got $800, wow. So my bar was so low, you go into the corporate world and start making tens of thousands of dollars, everybody automatically thinks you're rich. So you don't even think that you have more to go, because to everybody who's around you, you've arrived. And many of us have family members like that and friends. You may be the most successful person in your circle. The circle's just too small. So now that I broke out of that circle, I'm in these overwhelming circles. I'm looking, talking to friends. He's like, man, I got to get this $50,000 to invest in this mining for Bitcoin. And I'm like, $50,000 for mining data? Yeah, if I can do it in 6 months, I can make 1.2 million. That's, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Now, I've helped make companies millions, but this is a person I can touch, I can hug, and you're talking about just another level, which challenges me. So now I go home and say, man, first year in business, I made $250,000, just $250,000. Not like, man, I made $250,000, I'm here. Because my circle is bigger, the people I'm surrounded by. So as African Americans, we just don't often have access to people that dream bigger, think bigger, challenge us bigger. So even when we do accomplish something that may be small, sometimes we know it. We're like, this was cool, but everybody around is like, man, you done made it. And then we're like, well, maybe this is the top. Like, maybe I am here, and we stop dreaming. So I've been a victim of that, and I see that perpetuated through the generations as well.
I would have to go back to comfort. I know that's what it was for me. And because remember, I had already prepared to leave my job, and I could have been left, and then it wasn't. I'm not gonna get into that. But it was a time that in September I was forced out, right? Because they wanted me to get something that I did not want to get. So I said, oh, I'm out, I don't gotta be here. So for me, it was definitely that comfort, knowing that I was getting that paycheck every 2 weeks. And I would also say the illusion of security. So that goes back to the risk, right? We're told that entrepreneurship and business ownership is too risky, but staying at a job, that's going to provide you security, and that's not really the case. Especially if you work for an at-will employer, you can be gone anytime. So we have that illusion that, oh, we're secure here. We could have this for 50 years and be good, and that's just not the truth. I can also talk about healthcare, because when I was working at my job, even though I had terrible health insurance, I was like, well, if I quit, healthcare is a lot of money. Health insurance is a lot of money. How am I going to pay for that? And then I got on Medicaid, so now I'm good. That's your money working for But when I was working, I said, well, I didn't know this, right? I had to prepare. I had to plan. But I was in this illusion that I couldn't get health insurance without paying a lot of money. So I feel like we have to break that. We have to break that illusion, and we have to jump. I'm not even saying step out of your comfort zone. Jump out of your comfort zone. Nothing grows in a comfort zone.
was planning before a little bit, and then the next time I planned.
Okay. And then what about you?
I transitioned because I already had my business going on the side. So I definitely transitioned into it. I kind of transitioned and jumped. It was like a trans jump.
I just want to throw that out there because sometimes people wonder, should I leave? Are you saying I should leave my job? So sometimes you should leave your job, and sometimes you should transition. Sometimes you should have a try. So it really just depends on you.
We
Tried both ways. Okay, so you tried both ways. So we jumped the first time, and we jumped into $0. So we jumped into the fully depleted ourselves. So when I say fully depleted, I mean like zero, like fully depleted, because
Chris is like, you better not.
it took a lot of patience. It took a lot of patience. And I wanted him to know that I believe in you, right? So even if we fall, we're going to fall in this thing together, okay? And we have the skill set and the education to be able to bounce back. So whatever we need to do, we're going to bounce back. But it meant that much to us and to me as his wife, because he's the first leaper, okay? He's the one that got my mind into leap mode, because I was straight on education, like, we are not doing that. Like, I'm about to go to this job, get this check, and keep it moving, right? But when I started educating myself and just kind of getting around other entrepreneurs, so I was getting around women that was younger than me, that was doing this thing, and I'm like, wait a minute, like, hold on, like, I'm left out. But yeah, like, we tried it both ways. The first time, like I said, fully depleted. The second time, we planned. Okay, now would you advise someone to do it the first way?
So let me ask, we're family. So let me
Yeah,
add
that's right here.
some context here. We by no means, even with planning and transitioning, had the perfect setup. We both had, there's 4 degrees between both of us. Our student loans is enough to buy another house. So I call that our second mortgage. We've got kids that we want in decent schools, so we're in the Chicago area. So if you want a full family home and good schools, that's not gonna be in the city. And if it is in the city, you're gonna pay an arm and a leg. So we're out in the suburbs, which comes with this whole other set of expenses.